Welcome to Africa Original Channel. For the best African news, subscribe, turn on notification bell, like, leave your comment. See you in every single video.
Àwa yìn ọ́, Ọlọ́run wa o. Àwa ń jẹ́wọ́ rẹ pé ìwọ lolúwa o. Àwa yìn ọ́, Ọlọ́run wa o. Àwa ń jẹ́wọ́ rẹ pé ìwọ lolúwa o. Àwa yìn ọ́, Ọlọ́run wa o. Àwa ń jẹ́wọ́ rẹ pé ìwọ lolúwa o. Kábíyèsí o, Olúwa o, ẹ̀yin Jésù Kristi, ọba ara ikú ẹ gbéga o. Ẹ gbéga o, ẹ̀yin Jésù o, ẹ̀yin Jésù Kristi, ọba ara ikú. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nínú mi dùn, ayọ̀ kúnnú ọkàn mi. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nínú mi dùn, ayọ̀ kúnnú ọkàn mi, torí wípé mo ní Jésù. Ayọ̀ kúnnú ọkàn mi, torí mo ní Jésù lólùwà. Ayọ̀ kúnnú ọkàn mi. Àwa náà rèé Olúwa o. 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 Àwa dúpẹ́ oore àtọdúnmọ́dún. Àwa dúpẹ́ oore àtoṣùdóṣù. Àwa dúpẹ́ oore ìgbà gbogbo. Àwa náà rèé Olúwa o. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I woke up this morning feeling very fresh, very rejuvenated, very positive about life. Yes, there are too many challenges, but we must keep hope alive. We've always kept hope alive, and we must keep hope alive. So this morning, I'm just going to read to you. Ajia Ganiat, how are you? I'm okay. Yes, I'm just going to read today's pendulum to you. I know sometimes people feel a bit lazy on Saturdays, and so they are too tired to read. So I'm going to make an effort and read to you. The title of my column today, it is out. If you're on the street in Nigeria, please grab a copy from your vendors, these day newspapers, or if you go online, www.thebossnewspapers.com. The Boss is BOSS. That is the online newspaper owned by Ovation Media Group. So the title of Pendulum is the President aware that time is going? Is the President aware that time is going? So please, if you have time, you can listen to me carefully, and then maybe you can ask a few questions thereafter. Fellow Nigerians, I sometimes wonder what the President and his acolytes are thinking. Are they aware they have less than 2 years to hand over power, or they have other plans hidden from the rest of us? If not, why are they busy fighting imaginary enemies and at the same time pampering real enemies, and doing so on many fronts too? I have issues with my iPhone. What's the problem? If not, why are they busy fighting imaginary enemies and at the same time pampering their real enemies, and doing so on many fronts too? I read somewhere that a good general never fights on many fronts simultaneously. Ask the Germans, who discovered this folly to their utmost amazement and defeat during World War II. Sadly, what I am seeing with Major General Momodu Buhari is different, as the general seems to have forgotten this basic lesson of military strategy. He has too many battles on his hands, and it is obvious his troops are already overstretched and battle-weary. They and their general deserve our pity. Or maybe time will prove us wrong, which I doubt. By now, the president should be consolidating on his pet project. He should be seen pursuing terrorists and bandits to the pits of hell. He should be reconciling and healing the badly bruised and fragmented nation. He should be winding down slowly and steadily in readiness for his final retirement from public office. A South-South governor is already doing that in Rivers State by unleashing a plethora of legacy projects which everyone can see. What will be the point of President Buhari wasting 8 years in power fighting wars of attrition and winning none? What would be the point of President Buhari wasting 8 years in power fighting wars of attrition and winning none? As I have advised several presidents in the past, when tomorrow comes, all those goading President Buhari on and telling him he's the greatest Nigerian leader ever will quickly vamoose, and he will be left with his family to lick the wounds of a lost transient power. I repeat, nothing lasts forever. Even if the president succeeds in imposing a presidential candidate on Nigeria, he will be shocked by what will soon happen. The new leader will urgently depart from Buhari's path of paranoia by carving a new image for himself. We have seen it before, and I'll be shocked and horrified if the president has already forgotten his own history. Just in case many of his vociferous supporters no longer remember, let me tickle their memories. When the military government of Major General Momodu Buhari was sacked and replaced by Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida in 1985, it took only days to dismantle the gargantuan house of commotion Buhari and Babatunde Idiagbon had erected. Governments are never remembered or glorified for how many wars they fought, but for how much prosperity was recorded in an atmosphere of tranquility. This is almost getting too late and almost impossible for this government to achieve in less than 2 years from now. By this time next year, the president will begin to see the true colors of humans, especially our politicians. In another 2 years, there will be no one to fly to Daura in order to pay Salah homage to him. Such is the sad reality of life. If the president feels all those criticizing him are enemies who hate him, he will soon know they are his best friends. The crocodiles and chameleons will soon surface in real time. If I were the president, I would seize this moment to correct my mistakes. It would be nice to avail himself of the story of Nelson Mandela and how he became the world's greatest statesman. It is about his ability to forgive, even if he couldn't forget certain injuries as a mere mortal. It is not too late for Buhari to make amends, even if I have been told endlessly that Buhari can never change his unyielding and unbending ways of life. The president must be told the things he has done wrong for the record, no matter his position on the matters. 1. His government has further deepened the divisions in Nigeria. Never since the last civil war have we come so dangerously close to the precipice of another monumental battle for the survival of our country. We are now stupidly and gravely divided along ethnic and religious lines, and both are too volatile to continue to watch without being checked. History will never forgive any leader who fails to arrest our supersonic speed towards perdition. 2. The president has not been fair to the constitution he swore on oath to enforce and protect. If he did, most of the challenges confronting us today would not have emerged to haunt us. When the president feels he can fight everyone and win everything, he endangers everybody. Let me be brutally frank. Whatever problems there are in the southeast and southwest today were actually unleashed by President Momodu Buhari. The worst perfidy is the overpampering of the Fulani herdsmen and the absence of empathy on the part of the president for the hapless victims of terrorism and banditry. It is not too late to apologize to the affected people and compensate them in whatever form possible. The people of the North Central, especially Benue and Plateau in particular, deserve sincere apologies and restitution from the president. They have suffered too much from the attacks of Fulani herdsmen. There is no doubt in my mind that whenever Buhari hands over power, most of these terrorists will vanish from Nigeria. The swagalicious posturing they parade today is as a result of the protection they enjoy from having a Fulani champion and defender of the faith as president. They would have since been sent packing by a non-Fulani president. Ghana is a veritable example. The herdsmen in Ghana dare not invade farmlands, not to talk of raping women and killing their husbands. This is one of the reasons I foresee and predict chaos if another Fulani president is promoted and produced so soon after the katakata of this Buhari presidency. This government has failed woefully and abysmally to protect the different sensibilities that pervade the regions of Nigeria. 3. The president has refused to listen to the voices of reason across the length and breadth of Nigeria. He should please know that no man has a monopoly of wisdom. If the president is not trusting the Lagos press, he should please read Dele Trust as regularly as possible. It is one newspaper that has done very well by reflecting the mood of the country. Every part of this country is hemorrhaging and bleeding fast and uncontrollably. Hitherto silent, even taciturn doves have become freakish hawks. Everyone is crying and baying for blood. Mr. President should speedily find the video of the Salah Day message of the Emir of Muri. His voice reflected a deep sense of frustration at the unwarranted killing of his people by Fulani bandits. He even gave a 30-day ultimatum that if the killing does not stop, his people will kill all Fulani in sight. Is this not the kind of desperation that gave birth to the Sunday Igbohos and Nnamdi Kanus, who believe separation of their people from the rabid perpetrators of this wanton killings and destruction is the answer? In June alone, it was reported by Daily Trust that over 1,000 lives were wasted in Nigeria, while Zamfara, Kebbi, and Niger State topped the charts. Northwest had 416 deaths, North Central 218 deaths, Northeast 188 deaths, Southeast 117 deaths, Southwest 74 deaths, and South 18 deaths, all from violent attacks. 4. While all these killings are ongoing, President Momodu Buhari and his sidekick seems not to know how to describe the terrorists who have been on rampage. I read a very brilliant article by my dear brother, Femi Adesina, the President's Special Advisor, Media, yesterday about the bad guys of Nigeria. And I saw how he cleverly refused to mention terrorism as the biggest menace in the country today. CNN, in a recent documentary, left no one in doubt of our position in the Committee of Terrorist Nations. Nigeria is in one of the top unenviable placements. We now have an unfortunate country where one terrorist leader called Toji boastfully confessed that he has murdered our soldiers on several occasions and assures us that his location is known, but he is untouchable. When his father was arrested, he said he retaliated by kidnapping 150 innocent people in Shinkafi local government, and Proto, his father, was released to Asue jail. Yet the goons of Buhari invaded the home of Sunday Igboho and even killed 2 innocent people in cold blood, abducted members of his family, and Sunday himself escaped by the whiskers. Yet most Yoruba leaders went foolishly and wimpishly quiet, like victims of mass hypnotism. The Sunday Igboho drama continues to unfold as the government seeks to bring him back from the Republic of Benin to face whatever trumped-up charges can be manufactured against him by our overzealous security forces. Still, our Yoruba politicians hardly seem able to rouse themselves from their stupor. They are like a punch-drunk boxer who is so dazed by the pummeling that he has been received that he can no longer comprehend anything on his unsteady feet. The president must call his goons to order. They cannot continue to assault innocent citizens whilst leaving dreaded bandits and terrorists to wreak havoc on the polity. This cannot continue. That's the end of part 1. Part 2 is a response from Reno Omokri to my last week's pendulum, and I read, Dear Dele Momodu, in your pendulum column of Saturday, July 17, 2021, you wrote as follows. Many people felt that they were tired of the reckless profligacy and incredible corruption that pervaded the land under the Jonathan administration, unquote. The above statement is a historical revision and is not supported by facts. There was no reckless profligacy and incredible corruption under former President Jonathan. The only international institution accepted by the world as an objective arbiter on measuring corruption is Transparency International. You may recall that under then President Jonathan, Nigeria made her best ever improvement on the annual Transparency International Corruption Perception Index till date. In 2014, moving from 144 the previous year to 136, an 8-point improvement. No other administration before then achieved that feat, and no other government afterwards has repeated it. You may also recall that on February 1, 2021, Transparency International's most recent corruption perception index revealed that Nigeria is more corrupt today than it was under the previous administration, having moved 13 places backwards in the CPI, which from 136 in 2014 to 149 in 2021, our worst performance ever. You will therefore agree with me that your assessment of the situation under former President Jonathan is faulty, especially when you take into effect that administration eliminated the corruption in the fertilizer procurement regime, introduced the cashless policy and the bank verification number to reduce opportunities for corruption, and eased out 2 ministers over conflict of interest, as well as probing the petroleum sector in a bid to rid it of the fraudulent subsidy regime. Transparency International is a non-governmental organization based in Germany and has no affiliation with either the government of former President Jonathan or his political party. It is therefore prudent to accept their findings as an unbiased and non-partisan body. I do hope you will publish this to give your readers a more accurate picture of the period of our national life in question. Thank you, and may God bless you. Reno. So I wrote my observations under his own. I only wish to insist that I stand by my comment to which Reno has responded. At the time of Buhari's emergence for a second, fourth attempt at the presidency, the Jonathan administration was viewed as being reckless, profligate, and very corrupt by Nigerians. It was a matter of perception and nothing to do with me. That the Jonathan government moved up 8 places in Transparency International's index from 144 to 136 is nothing to be proud of. Indeed, it's a shame given that there were only 180 countries adjudged in the world. The fact that it may have been perceived internationally as being less corrupt than previous governments does not mean that it was any less corrupt than the Nigerian citizens themselves thought the government to be. I am sorry, my dear brother Reno. That unfortunate impression gave power to Momodu Buhari on a platter. End of story. So that is the gospel according to Saint Pendulum today. Thank you so much for listening to me. And now, if there are questions, I shall be willing to take them. Thank you, Elliot E. Odia. Thank you. Wow. The poverty headquarters. The most difficult country to do business. I don't think Buhari has not achieved anything in 6 years. It's just that whatever he has achieved has been eclipsed by too many battles on too many fronts. You know, a leader should seek peace rather than thinking that everything is a matter of war. I always tell people it's a lot cheaper to seek peace than to fight wars. So what shall it profit a country if you fight wars in perpetuity? Yeah. Buhari is the best president. Why not? I have no doubt that there are people who believe that Buhari is doing fantastically well. There is nothing to argue about. I was trying to see who I could bring in to speak with me. Akusta Malaysia, I love you too. Thank you so much. I look fresh. Yes, I've been in the spa. I've been taking good care of myself in the last 2 days. I feel very refreshed, very rejuvenated. You know, I wanted to bring in Pastor Henry Newman, but he's saying it's impossible. I don't know why. Maybe you send me a request if you want to join me in a conversation. What's the way forward as the House has rejected the electronic transmission? Don't worry. As I said, what will happen is that this government will leave, and when they leave, that's when you will see the true colors of human beings. A lot of the things they are erecting now will be dismantled by the incoming administration. Even if they hand over to their own children, that's what usually happens. You cannot guarantee that the next government would continue your own, legacy. Thank you. You can see me. I am taking care of myself, but I pamper my body. As they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. So it doesn't take much to look after your body. These are natural products. I don't want to advertise for them. So, but you can see, you have to look good. You have to feel fresh for yourself and for your family. So, Momodu, Victor Money, thank you so much. Thank you. Lucky spoilers. Well, my opinion I've expressed on these platforms many times. The younger Nigerians who have contested before and who want to contest again hardly listen to the advice of those who have done it before them. In 2011, I was under the illusion that I could use a fresh political party to launch my presidential mission. But I was wrong. In nearly every country of the world, only two top parties have the opportunity of winning the presidential election. Two top parties. Once in a blue moon, you may have a fringe political party come out of the blue and then take over, but it's very rare. People refer to Emmanuel Macron's example in France, but trust me, in 2023, if there is an election, because right now some people are even doubting if there will be an election, it will be impossible for anyone outside PDP and APC to win election. To start with, the young ones don't have the capacity, they don't have the financial muscle, and they don't have the platform, they don't have the structures, excuse me, to take on the APC, PDP behemoth. So, that's the truth. To start with, you need agents, polling agents, in every polling unit. So imagine how many thousands of polling units that you have across Nigeria. And you're going to pay each of them between 2,000 to 5,000 naira. So if nobody mans your polls, then your votes will be stolen. So no matter how popular you are as an individual, it's impossible for you to do it alone. So I've advised my friends like Professor Kingsley Moghalu and the rest of them Mr. Donald Duke, that look, you must position yourself powerfully within the two top political parties. If you are from the Southwest, it may be okay if you move into APC. If you are from the South, South, Southeast, it may be easier for you to be in PDP. You can be in any of the top two parties, but you must be in the top political party. You need their structures. For now, I don't know about tomorrow, things might change, but for now, that's what I foresee. So, but if you have a proliferation of presidential aspirants, 50, 100 people wanting to contest, it's a waste of time. The Atiku Abubakars, the Tambuas, the, I don't know who, the Tinubus, the Oshibajos, the Kawade Fayemis, all of them will come back, and it will be impossible for any of the fresh blood to take them on. So that's the truth. So people who are interested in contesting must position themselves. If, for example, I want to contest tomorrow, I decide that, okay, 2023, I want to be a presidential candidate, it means I will have to join one of the top parties. But as I've said repeatedly, I'm not interested. So I don't know if there's any other. Well, you can find what I read now, you can find it in This Day newspaper. If you go to thisdaylive.com or you go to thebossnewspapers.com, you find very interesting article. You will find other articles. We have contributors. Henry Ukazu from New York, an attorney. He writes for us every Saturday in the Boss newspapers. And he's very good in the areas of leadership. Henry Ukazu, I call him Henry the Great, the New Yorker. So please try and check out thebossnewspapers.com. Babare Agbeo, Evangelist Joseph Oladipo, how are you, sir? Yeah. So I'm going to be signing up very soon. I'm hungry. I was still writing till about 1 a.m. this morning, so I'm really tired. I haven't slept much. So I just wanted to read out my column to you, and then I go back to bed. This weekend, I want to rest as much as possible. Oh, thank you, Mr. Kazim Akinwale. Thank you, sir. Lanre Falano. Mojo Victor. Omani. Ernest. Excuse me, please. Ernest. Is food almost ready? Okay. Can I have very, very hot water for coffee? Thank you. Wow. I need some sleep. Can I name 2 things Buhari has achieved? Well, he's done a rail line from Lagos to Kano and planning to do another one to Niger Republic. Mr. Babatunde Ajala, how are you? Thank you so much. Thank you, I appreciate. Yes, I just mentioned Buhari's train. I think he has done well. They would improve on it, but at least that's something he has done. I'm not impressed with the state of roads yet because over 6 years after the Lagos-Ibadan Road Express, which is my most important road in Nigeria, is yet to be completed. Adewale Adeyemo, how are you, my brother? So, yeah, I'm a very objective person. The economy is bad at the moment. It would have been better if Buhari had been able to win the war on terrorism. You see, nobody wants to invest in an atmosphere of strife. And that's why I keep advising him, stop fighting too many wars on too many fronts. Like this Igboho thing now is a distraction to government. Igboho alone cannot take down government. Igboho has not carried any gun. I've not heard that he killed anybody. And yet you are pursuing him. And those who are in the bush, like that Toji guy I mentioned, is there. When they arrested his father, he kidnapped 150 people. Pronto, they released his father. And nobody. And he says government knows where he is. He says it openly. He boasts openly. You know, so, you know, this is my problem. Thank you. Abayomi Olubode, thank you so much. Yes, so I'm the version of okay, you know, so it's a pity. But, you know, government, the ways of government are not the ways of normal human beings. So I don't know how they think, how they reason, and why they do what they do. But I will continue to appeal to them to promote peace. Peace is everything. Peace is everything. You know, peace is everything. In a place where there is no peace, why do we all go to America and Britain? Because there is this perception that we're going to have peace, we're going to enjoy ourselves. Why do people go to Dubai, go to Turkey, and all those places? It's because you expect that you are going to have peace, you are going to have fun, you are going to eat good food, nobody is going to just barge in to your home or something. It's about perception. That's what we say those societies are perfect. But in our own case, every day you wake up, there is one bad news waiting to happen in Nigeria. It's sad. And we have not made efforts to do. If our Buhari, by now, you would have called Nnamdi Kanu, you would have called. I remember when President Obasanjo was, you know, people forget easily. Okay? Asari Dokubo was threatening Nigeria and the Niger Delta militants. Everybody was scared. And President Obasanjo said they should fly him to Abuja. They brought him in and dialogue with him. So now you are rehabilitating Boko Haram and you are calling those who have not done 1% of what Boko Haram did. You are pursuing them. You see, it just doesn't make sense. President Obasanjo is one of the most stubborn human beings you can ever know. But despite his stubbornness, he saw the reality of the situation and he knew that sending soldiers after these militants will not go well for Nigeria. He decided to go for, dialogue. So when you have dialogue with them and you are not making headway, then that's what they call carrot and stick approach. You know, it's a pity. Mr. Dele Ayoride, let me read what you are writing. That I'm talking nonsense. Oga, I am a journalist without borders. If you are angry about what I say or do, I have no problem. That is your right. So I don't know how people wake up early in the morning and they just get angry. It's part of the frustration of Nigeria. People just get angry for nothing. We are here looking for how our country can be peaceful, and all you can do is come on social media to be. That's okay. It is well, oh. Thank you, Ernest. Thank you. Okay, let's have one of that. That's okay. Thank you. Catherine Ugo Ubaka, I love you too. Thank you so much. Araromisi side, Ondo State. Thank you, Odige. Thank you. Akinwolire. Are you from Ondo? That sounds like an Ondo name. Thank you. Umishola Adebanjo Sunday. Thank you. Raymond Olajubo. Thank you. Oriade Oyenusi. Yeah. Oh, we have no other country, at least for now. So we have to keep praying that our leaders would imbibe, wisdom and know how to handle. I love my coffee. Oh, Prince Oladero, thank you so much. Buhari's nepotism is second to none. People told us that we should expect the divisions to deepen. But, well, in life, you must learn from your mistakes. But we won't give up. We'll continue to pray for peace. Because in life, there are too many people who profit from confusion. So they will continue to promote confusion, strife, and all that. So I'm going to leave you in a minute so that I can have my breakfast. What's the time now? Well, I try to be as objective as possible. In Nigeria, no matter what you say, some people will still get angry. The comments. Okay, let me see if I can find someone to chat with on. Pastor Henry Newman, I don't know why it is not allowing me to chat with you. I would love to, but let me try one more time. I've sent you a request, so let's see if you can log in. Ajibade Murphy, Baba today, where are you reaching us from? Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi, kò mà sẹ́ni tá lè fi ṣàfiwé rẹ̀ o. People are angry because government has failed with their responsibility, and then they should face government and not, ordinary citizens like me. I'm just an ordinary citizen. I'm as powerless as anybody else. I'm trying my best. Even talking to government is a risk. You risk your business, you risk everything. In Nigeria, government gets angry when you advise them. Kebi Isaac. Samson Raji, that is not acceptable to insult you. I don't understand. Still, I cannot get Mr. Henry. Oh, anybody can insult me, and depending on my mood, I will respond appropriately. But I try to avoid using uncouth words. When you come on social media, you know about people's background immediately, how they react, how they respond, how they talk, how they misbehave. Oh, like any affair. My son's name is Any Affair. I don't think I'm doing Nigeria any favor. I'm doing myself a favor. I remember when we were fighting for June 12, people used to say, oh, you guys, you are fighting because of Abiola. I said, no, Abiola doesn't need anybody to fight for him. Chief Abiola had everything. He had everything. So by supporting him, we were fighting for our own future. And the problems we have today started from that moment, June 12. If we got June 12, all the people today will not be doing what they are doing. So that's the thing. Everything started on June 12. Kí ló mú tọ̀ mí wá? Ohun rere ló mú tọ̀ mí wá. Kí ló mú tọ̀ mí wá? Ohun rere ló mú tọ̀ mí wá. Ó lé ikú wọgbó, ó lé àrùn wọlẹ̀, ó wá sọ bànújẹ́ mi dayọ̀. Ohun rere ló mú tọ̀ mí wá. Tàbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ o à. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni. Ẹ bá mi gbórúkọ rẹ̀ o. Èmi ni tí ń jẹ́ èmi ni olórúkọ ńlá. Èmi ni má ṣe bẹ̀rù. Ẹ bá mi gbórúkọ bàbá. Èmi ni tí ń jẹ́ èmi ni. I was in my church choir. Olórúkọ ńlá. Èmi ni má ṣe bẹ̀rù. La 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 la. La 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 la, igi 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 igi, kábíyèsí, ọba tó kárí ayé. Èmi ni má ṣe bẹ̀rù. You want to come and sing for me, lyrical Jerry? Kábíyèsí o, Olúwa o, ẹ̀yin Jésù Kristi, ọba ikú. Jaja Opobo. How are you? kò lè pàtẹ́wọ́, kò tún lè kọrin, ó wá ń ṣe sùmẹ̀sùmẹ̀ bí aláìmoore. Kò lè pàtẹ́wọ́, kò tún lè kọrin, ó wá ń ṣe sùmẹ̀sùmẹ̀ bí aláìmoore. Bọ́ síta, má fi tiẹ̀ kó bá mi o. CEO Jack, I love you too. I should forget about Nigeria. I wish I could. We have been fighting since 1978. We were the first set of JAMB in 1978 at the University of Ife. Since then, nothing has improved. When we think we're very close to our destination, something goes wrong. In 2015, we were absolutely certain that within 3 months maximum, Buhari would have wiped out, insecurity in Nigeria. The economy would have been buoyant. The exchange rate would have improved, even if it's not 1 naira to $1. So that's it. No, I don't believe a new party and a new. How many parties are we going to form? we have a preponderance of political parties in Nigeria, a proliferation of aspirants. It won't work. You are not going to import angels from heaven to come and vote or to come and govern Nigeria. You are not going to kill all the sinners in Nigeria. Politics, democracy is about managing people and resources, and the people you are going to manage, they are going to be saints and sinners. With my influence, how can I talk to our Yoruba monarchs? I'm aware that some Yoruba monarchs are involved in talking about peace, how there will be peace in Nigeria. They are reaching out to different people, the power blocks and everything. Nigeria is very complex and complicated. It's not as simple as we look at it. Mr. Yorinde Ebelolabode, how are you today, sir? Justice is the missing link. I agree with you. If you read my column today, you will see that Omotayo Paramale, you would like to make an outfit for me. Wow. Thank you so much. Maybe if you kindly send me a DM, your phone number, then I'll be able to contact you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've been over-blessed by fashion designers in Nigeria. I'm a patron, I'm a grand patron of FADAN, the Fashion Designers Association of Nigeria. I've been a patron for many years. And a lot of designers tell me everywhere I go that they are happy about how Ovation has made their industry to blossom. Ovation became the fashion catalog for a lot of Nigerians. In the past, everybody used to wear shirt and trousers, but today everywhere you go, you see people in their traditional wears. And we have also united Nigerians. You go to the north, you attend weddings, you see people in Ashoke and all that. So Ovation was part of that revolution, and we are very, very proud of what we were able to contribute to the fashion industry in Nigeria. Same thing in entertainment, We promoted entertainment across Africa. Olaniwajola Daudu, Whatever agenda anybody has for Nigeria, don't remove God from the equation. So I can sing. Don't worry, I'll get Don Jazzy to produce me. The color Wole Adedoku. Is my friend Ashwaju still running or whatever? He's my big brother. He hasn't told me he wants to run. I've just been reading all kinds of things. It is his right if he wants to run, and it is your right to vote or not to vote for him. Vina Textiles Mama Shewa. Happy weekend, though. Are you in England or you are in Nigeria or the Gambia? All the places that I know you love to visit. Vina Textiles. Kini mama aláṣọ ń tà tó yẹ gbadani? Àbẹ̀wúrẹ́ ń jẹ léèsì ni. Àpèkánukò owó. CASH cash. Àpèkánukò owó. Padeji Opayemi Olawale, thank you so much for your kind words. Ebi ń pa mí, I beg. Abba Suzy Kelele, Dele Momodu, Dele, Momodu, Dele. Mo recognize presence rẹ Dele. I woke up, ọmọ Tolu ń lọ yọ the governor. Dele, kọ́mbálé ni níbi kan là á kọrí sí. Dele, àdìtọ́ bá kọ́ ẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà wà kúkú káládùn sí London. Àṣé London yìí dùn. Dele. Ọmọ Momodu, Dele. Who sang that song? Ọmọ Momodu, Dele. Abba Suzy Kelele. Abba Suzy Kelele. Má fìyà jẹ, má fòṣìta, má fìyà jẹ, má fòṣìta, má fìyà jẹ, má fòṣìta o. Ọlọ́run má fìyà jẹ ọmọ Momodu, má fòṣìta o. Who sang that song? Can you remember the year? Abba Suzy Kelele. It is not possible that I will block you because of not me. There must be something you said or wrote or something. People must cross the line. I'm not that intolerant, okay? Abba Suzy, Bamidele Sinkaye. Abba Suzy. Am I the contractor? I'm not the contractor that did the road, so what's... Abba Suzy Kelele Helen in the year up. Abba Suzy Kelele Dele Momodu Dele Momodu Dele. Yes, so K won the ultimate. That's him. K won the ultimate. I was in exile and I walked into his party in London that day with my friends, and that was how he started singing. And that CD told me became a bestseller, that it was one of his best-selling CDs ever. You know, when God is with you, nobody can be against you. And I'm grateful to all my friends who have always been there to support me. Who is the man who said he composed the whole album for me, please? I didn't catch that. Princess Adebola, how are you? Thank you too for listening to me reading. Agbola Aderibibe. Oh my God. One guy is already using the F word on Facebook. Imagine this early morning. Stop smoking the wrong thing, okay? It's too early in the morning. Everybody here is happy to be awake. Oh, that's another one. Dele Momodu, Dele Momodu, Joe. Dele Momodu, Dele Momodu, Joe. Ajalami Kayode, Ajalami Kayode, Joe. Èyọ́ Akin pẹ̀lú, Èyọ́ Akin pẹ̀lú. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi Èyọ́ Akin pẹ̀lú, Èyọ́ Akin pẹ̀lú. Ọmọge ó yá ká lọ, ọmọge tètè ká lọ sọ́ tìmẹjọ́ tìmẹjọ́ tìmẹ. Ìjó bayọ̀ lára tiẹ̀. Ọmọge ó yá ká lọ, ọmọge tètè ká lọ́jọ́ tìmẹjọ́ tìmẹjọ́ tìmẹ. Ọmọge wájú. Eunice on here longest time. How are you, madam? Ọmọge wájú. Wájú tàlàgó ẹgbẹ́ ọmọge wájú. Oladotun Makama. Don't worry. When you see demented souls on social media, just leave them, you know. Ọmọge wájú. Wájú tàlàgó ẹgbẹ́ ọmọge wájú. Kamandi. You are chopping your money alone. You are just chopping alone. I see you in Dubai. I see you everywhere. How are you? So I'm inviting you to join me for a small breakfast. See, I'm working on my diet, so I have to eat small breakfast. So you can join me anytime. Fake, you are replying to peace. Don't worry, we have blocked peace already, so that she or he or whoever the person is, can go in peace and leave us in peace and not in pieces. Chukuchuku bam bam, ẹ̀mí tó bá wú kó bẹ́, torí kò tán síbẹ̀, ìdán lọ, torí ìta mẹ́ta bínà textile so, ìdán lọ. Kò má tán síbẹ̀ o, iná lọ, lórí ìta mẹ́ta, ìdán lọ. Wasiu can sing. You know, when God has blessed you, that's it. I will never forget the day he hosted me in his house in Toronto. Myself, Two-Face, and a few other friends. It was beautiful. Oluwaye Fuji. Oluwaye. Olúwa ẹ tóbi o, ẹ tóbi. Dele, Momodu, Dele, Dele.
If you or a loved one are fighting type 2 diabetes or pre-type 2 diabetes, a new discovery could save your life.
It's Maestro on the beat, baby.
Ẹni Ọlọ́run fẹ́ lọ́mọ èèyàn fẹ́. Ẹ máa yá mi síbi o. Mi síbi o. Ìyanu Ọlọ́run ọba, ìyanu Ọlọ́run ọba, ìyanu Ọlọ́run ọba, Ọlọ́run ọba, ìyanu Ọlọ́run ọba. Yes, oh, yes, that's it. King Wasiu Ayinde himself, the Oluwaye Fuji. Alaji has really tried. Tẹni bẹ́gi lójú igi arúwé. Tẹni bẹ́gi lójú igi arúwé. Tábà wí tẹ́lẹ̀ ò bá gbọ́, tábà sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ ò bá gbà, kájọ gbé kẹrẹ gíga náà.